Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I wanted to share with you, I'm still getting ready for the day, so don't have my mascara on or anything, but anyhow, I wanted to share with you, I just got off the phone with my friend from eons ago, and the first time it happened was she and I had drifted apart. I think a lot had to do with our different lifestyles. She wasn't able to get pregnant, and so even though we worked at the same place, got married at the same time, had our first Thanksgiving, didn't know how to cook a turkey, same time when I used to eat turkey for Thanksgiving. Anyhow, we did a lot of firsts together, but then she was not able to get pregnant, and so we did kind of drift away, even though we were both living in the DC area. And so I'm just vacuuming. This, by the way, proves to me that we do not need to do the official meditation or prayers. I just think when we are in the now, that sounds new age-ish, I get it, but when we're just experiencing what we're experiencing as it's happening, I don't know, it's like we're more open to receiving. There's my kitty cat. Anyhow, you don't even know what I'm talking about. So I was vacuuming, and I was just being swayed to the motion that I was creating with the vacuum cleaner, listening to the sound, and just being empty from thought as much as I can, because I do think a lot. But then I found myself answering out loud, "I promise." And then I was like, wait, what did I just promise, and who was that? And all of a sudden I had to play, I had to go back and in a weird way at the same time experience for the first time that my friend's dead mother had come to me and asked me to please check on her. This friend and I, we used to do the first, we had a job at the same place together, which I ended up having dinner with the president. That's another story. It was just a weird thing. But, and then we were engaged at the same time. We were married at the same time. And anyhow, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the president thing. But we had drifted apart after she could not have children and I could, and it's just a different lifestyle, especially if you're in the DC area. If your sole goal is only to be working, it'll keep you busy. Anyhow, so we drifted apart, and then I think at this point, was I in Georgia or North Carolina? I can't remember now, but I think Georgia. So several years had gone by. We still wrote to each other for birthdays and Christmas, and then and that's pretty much it. So that time span between May is her birthday and mine is in December, so Christmas is in December. So I guess between May and December, or between December and May, because I don't remember what time of the year it was, a lot of stuff happened in her life, and she was in a bad spot. So I had called her, but the number was no longer valid. I wrote her, and the letter came back that it was no longer her address. So it was like, wow. I think addresses do not get forwarded. Yeah, they don't get forwarded unless you're a business. So she must have been gone for 6 months from that address. Anyhow, I checked on her, and she ended up being in New York, and explained all the trouble that that she experienced. And so I think it was just her mom checking in on her and also letting her know. So I just had another experience now where I texted her and I said, look, I don't know if it's your mom's birthday or the transition anniversary, but or if you're going through something, but she's visited me. And so anyhow, it turns out that her current I won't give away details. She's going through really bad stuff right now and is in a bad spot. Yeah, and multiple things again. So it's interesting that I get this time was not as obvious. I even was telling my friend this. I'm like, lately it's not as obvious what the message is. So I didn't know this time. Last time I had to check on her. But and I told her, I said, one of my latest messages, I was talking to this person, and instead of what I wanted to say, the word caterpillar came out, but kind of muffled because I was struggling to let it out, free will. And then I gave permission to let whatever was coming out, and the word was caterpillar. And so I'm talking to that person. They're totally confused why I'm randomly saying caterpillar, and I explain. Sometimes I get messages from other people, and this one's so weird. Does a caterpillar, is that connected to you? Does it have a meaning to you? And turns out that it was a person that she knew from years ago, and this person, I was living in Austria, and that confused me because she used it, it was not a dead person. So I said, well, I don't know, maybe call them. I don't know if they're trying to get a hold of you or what. I have no idea why the word caterpillar would come out of my mouth for you. And so anyhow, she called the person in Austria, and it turned out that they had died, that they had just died. So, it's ridiculous that only one word came out, but she found out about her friend, and I feel like that's a way that they're still heart connected, Anyhow, my friend, whose mom visited me again, her mom definitely loves her, that she wants to connect with her daughter. Now, her daughter has a hard time believing all of this stuff, so I don't think she can come to her daughter. I'm sure she comes to her daughter directly, but her daughter's not able to receive it because dead people don't want to scare you. Even the mother was part of a church that taught this doesn't happen. So, of course, my friend's gonna be like, this is, anyhow, I'm rambling, sorry. So I said all that. Oh, and then the first time that the mother had me check on her, I had to ease her into this because we had parted ways. She had no idea that I used to be what people would call an atheist or a pagan. They had other names for me. I was just me. I just didn't grow up with religion, and I was just me. But that's how my friend knew me. So I had explained to her, look, since we've kind of parted ways with really knowing each other, I've had dead people visit me. I've had all these other woo-woo stuff where I'll know things or I'll hear things before the person says something. And so, she's slowly introduced to it, but it's hard to swallow, But then, so I even said how this one child had left it doesn't matter what the example is. I told her how loved ones can also come through other things or leave things and affect physical objects. So anyhow, in a few days, she called me back, and the ring from her mother that she had been looking for was magically in the center of her work desk. And she's like, you don't understand, Jen. I've cleaned the office, I've cleaned my home a zillion trillion times, and for it to magically appear out of the blue right after you tell me, I'm like, because maybe you're open to it now. And so she's semi-believer. Frequently people will believe, and then if they're not exposed to it enough, will go back into what society deems as normal. But, I just share all this, and it's titled The Caterpillar, and I love you. If you're thinking a loved one's talking to you, even you thinking about them is a way to be with them. Let's just put it that way, even if you don't believe all this. I hope you enjoyed my tales. Love you.